Podcasters, this one is for you. Spotify have now made it really easy to add your podcast to Spotify. With this new service that they're offering, Spotify for Podcasters, I just did this before and my podcast is now live. You may even be listening to me on Spotify already. It was added within 15 minutes. I was able to find my podcast in Spotify and stream all of my previous episodes. Now, to do this, it's a very new feature. It's still in beta. The website is podcasters, with an S at the end, podcasters.spotify.com. Now, straight off the bat, there's already some really cool features in here. The submission process is really easy. You paste your RSS feed in once you hit submit. And then you simply tag your podcast with different categories that it could fall under. So business, music, etc. Once your podcast has been uploaded, you have an interface that is very similar to Spotify for Artists. And you can see the number of unique listeners of your podcast, as well as the number of streams of your podcast, a stream being any longer than 60 seconds. What's really cool about this is you can also see how many people started listening to your podcast and then skipped within the first 60 seconds. So you know if people are actually sticking around after the first minute or not. Maybe that's something to keep in mind if you start placing ads at the start of your podcast. You may want to switch up your strategy there. But what I really liked as well is you get daily stats, similar to Spotify for Artists. So every day you can go in and check on your podcast and see all of the episodes and see the total number of unique listeners, streams, and starts. So my suggestion, if you have a podcast or you're just starting one, whichever service you use, I would recommend that you grab that RSS feed, go to podcasters.spotify.com and submit it. It's free and they're going to give you access to a crazy amount of data, most likely more than your podcast distributor is able to give you. That's it. I wanted to keep this episode short and sweet. And if you are a podcaster and you have submitted your podcast to Spotify previously or using this new system, get in touch with me at Ask Mike Warner on all social media. I would love to hear from you and hear your feedback about this.